I think too much screen time is ultimately bad for your brain, but the other
It says
stuff,
a guy
the
who's,
camaraderie.
never on his phone? You want me to think you're never on your
Says
phone?
a guy who's sitting in front of a giant screen with fake
with a
books
screen
on
behind
it.
him. Yeah, you are on a screen with a screen. You are in a screen sandwich, my friend.
All right, we have...
Well, guess what?
What?
That's a great transition right
Oh,
there.
there it
Look
Can
at
I
that.
take that
Look
transition?
at that
Ariel.
production.
Come on.
Yep.
Says a guy
Professional.
who's always on his screen. Yes. That brings me to the article that I wanted to present to you guys. A fascinating profile on a young man named Shams Charania. Of course, every sports fan out there knows who Shams is. He is one of the foremost scoopers, newsbreakers in the world of the NBA. There's only really two, right? There's him and Woj. It's a story in New York Magazine, and it's entitled Scoop Dreams, written by Reeves Weidman. And it's a fascinating look at a young man who isn't even 30 years old and who has carved out quite the niche for himself. And the thing about this, I mean, there's a lot to unpack regarding this story. There's a part, look, I very much relate and sympathize to the story, if only because for a very long time people used to refer to me as the Woj of MMA, meaning I would break a lot of stories, and some of those stories got me in trouble, and people didn't want them out, blah blah blah. I have really removed myself from that world because it is intoxicating, and it is like this never-ending hamster wheel. And ultimately, I felt like I was too obsessed with the phone, too connected to the phone, too obsessed with checking the phone in the middle of the night. Did I miss a scoop? Did I not miss a scoop? And life is too short for that nonsense.
Wait. When did this realization hit? Because Shams Charania, for the context of the story, which is really good in New York Magazine, he's talking about how his FaceTime average screen time a day is 18 hours.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that he sends more than 500 texts, calls, and emails a day.
I want to die.
A day.
It's suffocating.
To compete, Ariel, to compete in the never-ending rat race of scoops and newsbreaking.
Yeah. I don't think that's healthy, but he's a young guy. He doesn't have a family, and so I understand why he's doing it. I don't begrudge him. I was trying to do the same thing in the world of mixed martial arts for a very long time, but ultimately, to answer your question, like a couple of years ago, I just felt like it was unhealthy, and I felt like it was just a never-ending cycle of, okay, you break this story, no one cares, 10 minutes later, and then it's on to the next one. And it wasn't fun anymore. It was making me hate my job. And you know, it made the UFC not like me. It made other people not, and it's just like, this is not the way to be. And I would say to Shams, like, he has obviously created a great lane for himself. His whole relationship with Woj, I find to be very bizarre.
Star Wars-y.
What's going on there.
Yeah, like mentor, pupil, betrayal, allegedly, don't talk anymore, all that.
Don't credit each other, never reference each other, don't acknowledge each other's existence. Like, there's nothing that seems healthy about that.
No.
But, you know, they're the only two. And I can't imagine 18 hours in front of the phone. Speaking from a guy who, by the way, averages like 10 or 11, so I can't be too, you know.
We're all up there.
Yeah, we're all ashamed of our screen time.
I would never say mine out
fair
loud.
enough. I didn't know if that was bad.
No, it is.
It is
but we're
bad.
all there together, so we're not here to judge.
Yep.
He's on a different. I've stood in front of these. I won't name names, but I've stood in front of these quote unquote newsbreakers, and they can't not look at their phone for more than a minute.
I mean, you see them on TV, like in the NFL. Like, we were never, from just being on TV as little as I have, you never have your phone out. But when you see Schefter, he has to have his phone out, and sometimes he would get up and walk away to take. Like, they are
Crazy,
they're
right?
like, they're just not addicted, but like they are tethered to their phone. They have to be tethered to their phone.
I think it's addicted, but also incentivized. Because
Right.
the other context for the story is that these are enormously profitable jobs. Like, Shams doing this is not, he's not stupid. He's doing it because this is a niche that is increasingly valuable. He gets paid a lot of money, as does Woj even more so, as does Schefter even more so. So the idea, Ariel, of like, this is a way to do sports media. I read this story and I think to myself, I don't want any part of this job. It seems, and again, maybe that's a place of privilege because I have this weird studio that I sit in where I talk to Katie Nolan and pay her $0. But it's amazing. It's amazing how little I envy the success story that objectively this is.
Yes, you can make a lot of money, but let me tell you from experience, and it was never at the level of Shams or Woj. It's a personal jail that you're living in, because it's not just about breaking news, this and that. It's the relationships and it's trying to beat this guy, and then the fear. Sometimes I would break a story and my heart would be pounding so much. The fear of potentially getting something wrong is so it is truly terrifying. Now, proud to say, still batting 1,000, baby.
Nice.
Yeah,
All
buddy.
these years
Nice.
later,
No
never got
turnover.
anything wrong. But I mean, I did see. I think one of the dudes that we're talking about did tweet that Dame was going to Toronto, and then deleted the tweet. And you can't delete anything on the internet.
Shams did
And
that
look,
explicitly.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. That is not a good feeling. He must have wanted to crawl into a hole and never come out. It's unsustainable. And so for someone who is as young as him, it's great. I don't know how Woj does it, and there's a reason why more people don't do it. It is truly an unsustainable and I think an unhealthy and unhappy way to live your life.
I feel like my favorite meme on the internet is, and it's my favorite because I relate to it, is the animated GIF of that raccoon who's holding cotton candy, who then dips it into water, because that's what raccoons do with their food, and then looks away for a second and looks back and it's completely dissolved. And it's just like, oh, this is what making content is. But the newsbreaker guys are that to the even more extreme extent.
I think I would constantly be anxious that I'm being fed bad information in an attempt to change a narrative on something to help somebody save money on a trade, or I would always be worried that somebody was giving me bad information. I don't trust enough.
You obviously have to double or triple check. So that was a big thing because people have their own agendas. But the thing that I don't get is like, okay, obviously, look, as you said, Pablo, they make money off of it. But there are times where they're literally 30 seconds apart with almost the same wording. It's almost like they're copy and pasting the same. So where's the joy in that?
Well, also,
you know what
like
I mean?
you put newsbreaker in scare quotes. I co-sign your scare quotes. It's absolutely an occupation that should exist. I'm not trying to get on a journalistic high horse here, but just the comedy of everybody's trying to get ahead of a press release by 5 seconds. That's the win. All you got to do is be the nanosecond guy. Literally, the person in the comment section saying first. That is the win. It's going to come out. 99% of the time, it's going to get released. You just got to be the first guy with the tweet.
And obviously there's a demand for it, like that we live in a world where it's okay to be on television, being paid by your employer, and it's more important to send something out on Twitter as opposed to delivering that information. Imagine Walter Cronkite back in the day tweeting that JFK is dead as opposed to delivering it to the world. Obviously, it's not as important, but it's just it's absurd to me that we've reached that point. Now, I'm not trying to be, sanctimonious here because I used to kind of reside more in this world, but ultimately, from a personal fulfillment standpoint,
a cardiac standpoint,
that too, I derive a lot more joy from getting big interviews, doing great shows, having a personality, things of that nature. And I would worry for Shams because if he continues to do this, like. It's just unsustainable. It truly is. And I don't think it's very healthy.
Can we do the thing where we get real uncomfortably invasive?
Sure.
And so he has 72,443 unread emails.
Yuck.
So what do we got? What you got, Ariel? What you got?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
Right now. Let's go.
Right this second?
Let's reveal. We're all going to go around the table.
It's amazing that you're asking me this question. Right now, I have 57, and it drives me insane.
57.
I have insane OCD. My goal at the end of the night is to get to 0.
Oh, boy.
The people who have emails like
My
that.
screen would drive you crazy.
I mean, I'm currently
psychos.
Gmail. I've managed this better. I'm currently at unread 3,282.
Wow, I couldn't live. What about you, Katie?
Who, me? Oh, just at a cool 22,922.
Wow.
A lot
That's
of that is
absurd.
stuff like Grubhub being like, we've got your order. And I just never open it or delete it. I try to, every day now, I try to go through and I delete all the ones I don't need. But there's like years of me not doing that.
But the idea of, the idea of, keep your phone out. The idea of your phone as a prison.
Mm-hmm.
What are you imprisoned by these days?
Group chats.
Really?
Actually, if you want to get specific, right now I'm in a group chat that involves people that are not on an iPhone, which means that you do not have the ability.
You should be in jail.
You do not have the ability to click on the group and go leave this group chat. It's a prison. I am stuck in the group chat. The only way out is if I message the person who put me in it and specifically ask to be removed.
You can't pull a parachute cord.
No. Because it's not just an iMessage group chat. So I'm stuck, and the person who put me in it is like a person I don't want to make mad, and so I just mute it, and then I have these constant messages, and they're just hard to keep up with. And then if you mute them and they're people you do want to talk to, like I read an article in something, Wall Street Journal? I don't know. I read a lot.
Oh, yeah.
About parents.
The Journal had an article about group chats.
This may be relevant to you. I know you have children, of parents in group chats, and they're finding them suffocating, of like other parents or of like the PTA or the, does anybody know if we're allowed to bring peanut products to school? They're just constantly texting with these tiny questions. And they said they feel this need to scroll through them just to make sure nobody texted about an emergency or nobody texted something specifically related to their child. And it's just I just think group chats are like they're bordering on like taking over our lives.
It's anxiety inducing, and I'm not good at them. I'm not good at them.
I don't need to. You don't need to talk to me every day. I don't have anything to update you on. I promise. I'll let you know when I do, or maybe I won't.
I feel like Ariel is also Canadian, and I feel like your politeness, Ariel. You're an inbox zero guy. I have a feeling that the way that you hold yourself to account is probably different than me and Katie.
Oh, I have to reply to everyone. Actually, what annoys me more about the story that you just told me was the fact that some people or one person isn't on an iPhone. I hate the green texters.
Yeah.
The moment I see that someone is green texter, I feel like there's like a block between us. Like I can't fully embrace you. Like I feel like the waves of communication just aren't going to be as great as if I could see the dots.
But then don't you feel icky because then you're basically saying that everybody has to be an Apple product user, and then you just kind of feel like you're. But it just feels like shouldn't people be allowed to use shouldn't these tech companies get together and make it so everybody's blue? Can't they figure it out?
But that's like some sort of utopia.
Yeah. I hate them more than I hate capitalism.
I prefer to go to WhatsApp. Do you know WhatsApp?
Yeah,
you guys use
WhatsApp. I don't use it, but I know of it.
Oh, you don't use it?
It's just another text message app. I don't need another text. I don't have that much to say, and if I do, I'll put it on a podcast.
So you know what's interesting? Most of my group texts are on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And in Europe, because I cover a sport that is very European, no one uses iMessage.
Yeah.
There are some people who don't know, they only use WhatsApp. So it's a whole different thing. But at least in WhatsApp, you can't tell if someone is iPhone or Android or whatever. So everyone looks the same on WhatsApp. I like that. So that's to your point. Shouldn't everyone look the same?
Owned by Facebook.
If I get a new number, I don't do Facebook.
It's owned by Facebook. WhatsApp is owned by Facebook.
Oh, it's owned by Facebook, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Shout out to my boy Mark Zuckerberg. We're close now. I don't know if you guys know this.
I bet.
Big MMA guy.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you really are close now?
Well, close is maybe.
Wait, so
do you have his number?
We have. Wait. We have on this show, Papa Tori Finds Out, covered Mark Zuckerberg and his MMA, BJJ specifically, like Dylan Dennis. Thank you. He's definitely an Ariel Helwani. He's a Helwani guy, no doubt. If Zuck is into this sport, that is the face, the Canadian inbox zero aspirational face of his favorite media member. I'm confident in that. Merch. You are.
Just in case you were wondering, Katie.
That's okay.
I know you were judging.
I wasn't. You don't know anything about me.
No. Okay. Wow. Sorry. I don't want that smoke. I'm sorry.
Has Mark Zuckerberg texted Ariel Helwani? Yes or no?
Absolutely yes.
Yes or no?
He WhatsApped him.
Text? No. Do we DM?
And
is he an incredibly fast DMer?
I bet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have I asked him to come on my show to talk about his love of mixed martial arts and jiu-jitsu?
Of course.
Yes. Has he said that he would like to come on?
Yes.
Yes. Actually, the way I found out that he followed me was he commented on one of my posts, but I, at the time, wasn't following him. My friend was like, do you realize that Mark Zuckerberg is in your comments? I was like, wow. Then on one of the profiles, I was like, follow back. I saw the follow back. I was like, wow. That felt cool.
And
I felt good in that moment.
And Ariel Helwani's beleaguered heart was a flutter.
Listen, I'm not a name dropper. These things don't impress me. Sure, The Rock and I text from time to time, but it's just because
What's it
we
like
have
texting The Rock?
Wait.
It's got to be the
No,
most
it's just 'cause
boring
Dwayne and I are cool like
experience.
that.
There
It
it
has
is.
to be the
No,
most
just
boring experience.
Dwayne.
There's no chance Dwayne is putting on paper anything interesting.
Dwayne is the man. Are you talking what? Salt of the earth.
Yeah, but there's
This
no.
guy's a man.
Can you go into your phone right now, Ariel, and just give us 3 words from any text exchange you've had with Dwayne?
This one popped up. You're a class act and chat soon. I'll just leave it at that.
Jesus.
I'll just leave it at that. I mean, he said it right there. I
Yeah.
have it.
Wow.
I mean, who am I? Who am I to disagree?
Sure.
Class act.
right.
A class act.
Yeah, I agree.
Soon.
Soon. Let's chat
We'll
soon.
do it again soon.